It is live. Hello, folks. Good afternoon. Are we or are we not? All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to UFLY Simulator live stream. Tonight we are flying from Miami to Jamaica on a ULA 656 flight departing from Kenya to MWNN. And I'll be your first officer or FO for this flight with Captain Andrew, who is doing the walk around outside the plane. He's just checking everything's up running. We actually have to check the outside of the plane for any wear and tear or any problem on the fuselage, wings, engines, tires. So we have everything a go. My captain is coming in with a nice smile. We're not wearing masks. We are just getting ready for this new mandate, no mask anymore. We hope so to be free again as we can as soon as possible. Anyways, we're still keeping our distance. Everybody's been double back just to make sure we're good here. We have no problems at all with the authorities, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, Captain, walk around is done. Of course, you went outside because the weather was good.
Hi, guys. This is Andrew from the Falconer YouTube channel. I'm working here with Claudio today, and I'm excited to start flying with you. Claudio is going to continue his briefing to you guys, and in the meantime, just going to make sure we're all set up.
All right. So our route today is going to take us directly to Jones I-12, Jones I-2, sorry, and then we go direct to Skips, then BR Airway BR53V, then we're coming out of AAJ, AW, to ILS 14 to ZKA. So that's a route. As I mentioned before, our flight plan, our flight number is UL2565. We are flying cruise altitude of 23,000 feet. Our zero fuel weight is 174.5. We only have 1,000 of reserve, and our thrust index will be 19%. And we are having a 93.9% of percentage of power on the engines. We actually don't need 100%. So, Captain, as you already introduced yourself, how many souls you have on board?
I'll check that for you right now.
How many paying passengers we have? It's very important. So the flight through, we have 264 paying passengers. Amen to that.
Okay.
So it's almost a full flight. Passengers are coming in. As if we go to the inside of our view, we can see the outside doors are opening, and if you go in outside, you can see on the plane that all the doors are open. Now I'm going to switch the view. So now we're back into the gate, and we are on gate. We are on gate 13. And okay, continue on, Captain.
Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the tripod camera now, as it's going to get the best angles for the overhead panel and the pedestal. So, first of all, pre-flight checklist. Our parking brake is set. Battery switch is set to...
Battery is right over there to on.
Good. Primary flight computers are set to auto, and guard is closed. The thrust asymmetrical compensation is auto. APU generator switch is set to on,
and
so
we can double check it here. APU is running.
Okay, in-flight entertainment and passenger seats are already connected to power, so we're good there. Cabin and utility is on. Left and right bus tie switches to auto, and they are auto. Left and right generator control switches to auto. Left and right generator control switches, we're good. They're on.
This is good. I know this is for the viewers, so they can see where you pointed out to.
Okay, APU
I'm not
selector
open you, okay,
is
Captain?
on. Nav lights, let's set the nav lights to on.
Nav lights to on.
Exterior lights as required. Let's get our logo lights on as well,
Right on.
just so we can do some extra advertising to the passengers in the
Amen
terminal.
to that. That's very important for the airline.
Yes, sir. Exterior lights as required. We're not going to be arming those right now. Cockpit lights are as required. We already said here everything is visible. We're good to go. Emergency exit lights armed and guard is closed. Left and right pack control switches. Are they all auto there?
Yes, both auto.
Great. ADRU is on. This is our navigation computer, and FMC position is initialized. Did we
Yes.
initialize position on the FMC?
Yes, I did. And I'm
Great.
just going to reset here the auto throttles and the flight director. And initially for the first waypoint, we are climbing to 5,000 feet, 5,200. They're on. And my good captain here is just saying goodbye to his wife. I got you there,
That's
Captain.
good. That's good. Okay. So window heat. Let's set the window heat to on.
Window heats are all on.
Great. Primary left and right hydraulic pumps to on.
Primary. Okay. There we go.
No smoking signs and passenger seatbelt signs to on.
To on.
EEC mode switches to normal and engine start selectors to normal.
To normal. There they are.
And EEC modes are norm. Auto start
Normal
is automatic. Left forward fuel pump. I'm going to switch the left forward fuel pump on, and that is
Right there.
for our APU. So the APU has fuel flow. It's just good practice. Anti-ice as required. We're going to use anti-ice on
To
today's
auto,
flight.
auto.
Great. Equipment cooling to auto. Right there.
Auto, right there.
Great. Gasper switch on. Recirculation fans are on. Flight deck temperature controls are good. Left and right pack control switches are good. Left
And
and right
comfortable,
trim air
yep.
switches to on. We're good. LCR isolation valves are already auto. Engine EPU bleed auto. Pressurization panel auto. Request flight plan clearance. We already have our flight plan clearance. We were just talking to the tower before we started the live stream. We saved all the boring details off the live stream.
Yes, we did for this time. But for the next time, we have some more information on the selecting the flight plan as well.
Yes, sir. Okay, ATIS. So ATIS information is received. FMC is programmed. MCP, let's set the altitude. We're going to go up to flight level 230.
52.
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
You
I
wanna
had said
put it
on the
52?
first waypoint was 5,200.
Let's put it on 230 there. Our heading will be the runway heading. And
091.
091. Great job. Okay, flight LNAV and VNAV as required. So we are going to be using LNAV and VNAV on today's flight. So we'll
Okay.
arm those before we take off. Auto throttle checked armed. Auto throttle is armed.
Right on.
Flight director on. So my flight director is on.
Mine is on.
Great. Flight instruments are set. No flags. We do have some recalls, but we'll deal with those later. Auto brakes to RTO, please.
RTO.
Communication and audio panels are set. Transponder and TCAS. Can we do a test on the TCAS, please?
TCAS test passed.
Good job. Let's test the fire alarms on the left and right engines as well. All good.
And one more time for the APU. Right on.
Good job. Okay. Aileron and rudder trim are
We're going to check
set.
for the LED lights. LED lights looking all around it. Everything's working.
Takeoff briefing. We've already done the takeoff briefing here. Well, we did the departure briefing, so let's do the takeoff briefing. So today let's do our init reference page. So, the next page, index,
Takeoff
performance.
performance. Okay. We talked about that already.
Yep. What about,
Takeoff.
here we go. Okay, so today on departure we're going to be doing flaps 5. Our V1 speed will be 126 knots. Our rotate speed will be 134 knots. And our V2 speed will be 145 knots. Our center of gravity is 22%, so we have a trim of 5.5 set. Can we please check that? Flight controls on the display.
Say it again.
Flight controls on display. Please. Flight controls on display.
Yep,
Stanley.
5.550.
Great. Okay, so takeoff briefing is complete. Well, not really. We're going to be taking off runway 09, and according to our route, we're going to be climbing to flight level 230. We're going to be holding our runway heading for our first waypoint, and then immediately initiating a right turn to begin our Jonesy departure. Okay, before start checklist, doors to closed. I think we have our passengers set up.
Just have to make sure that the passengers are ready.
Attendants prepare for gate departure.
Doors to automatic and cross-checked.
Great.
So as the door is being closed, I'm just going to double check how the door is being closed. I have the beacon and the strobe lights on as well.
So
So that
connections, we're going to disconnect primary and secondary power.
There you go. Now we just wait for all the doors to be a green, automatic and green to go.
And one more time, our hydraulic pumps are all set to auto or on. Okay. Left and right fuel pumps. All fuel pumps on, please, sir.
All fuel pumps are on.
And do we have any fuel in the center tank today?
Yes, we do. We have
100 pounds.
Yeah.
100 kilograms. Okay. So we need to keep an eye on it. We don't want to run it dry.
right on.
Passenger signs are already on. Beacon, you push the beacon lights on, correct?
Yes, I did, sir.
Okay. Recall.
No recalls.
Okay, great. Engine start checklist. So now we would be forming our pushback.
All right, so let's double check how the doors are locked and closed.
Yep.
Yes, we are. We are ready for pushback.
Yep.
Good evening, UFLY 777. Sorry, ULA
Go ahead.
565. Request pushback, please.
Set parking brake.
Parking brake is set. So they now connect us to the tug and releasing the pin.
Steering pin inserted. Please release brakes.
Brakes are released.
Pushing back.
You can feel the motion, eh?
Yeah, we can, huh? Let's go. Miami is nice. So now we don't have control on the plane. That means that the ground personnel is pushing us with the tug. So plane is connected.
All engines cleared for startup.
And just set up, thank you. Before I set up checklist complete.
Can we please set the secondary display to engine?
There you go.
Engine 1 starts. So we're going to set the engine 1 start selector to start. And we're going to be watching the oil pressure rise to 7.
You can see here the N1 is starting to rotate. That will create pressure. And we look it over here for the oil to reach 7. When it does so, we can go to the fuel flow valve, lift it up. And from this moment on, everything is automatic.
Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Okay, towing system is removed. Please wait for my hand signal on your left-hand side. Have a good flight.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Ciao. Arrivederci. Sayonara. Adios. Auf Wiedersehen. Any language you can say. So engine number 1, fuel flow is starting to go in. This is good. Now we're going to follow the procedure for engine number 2. Start engine number 2. We'll look at here for the N1, which is the outside fan. We'll start to rotate. That will create pressure to N2 and so on until we can see here the oil pressure to rise to 7. When it does so, we repeat the process. Fuel flow valve lift and flick it up. Now we watch here for the fuel flow to start to go into the engine. Here we go. Now, engine number 1, it is stabilized at 22.7%.
Okay. So engine 1 or 2 are both set to run, and everything is good to go. Before taxi checklist, left and right generators, lights are off. Engine start selectors to normal.
Yes.
Checked. Left and right pack control switches auto. There's our packs turning on now. LCR isolation valves to auto.
Auto. Auto.
Engine bleed air is on. Lights off.
Yes.
Please set collapse to 5.
Collapse to 5.
Let's check the flight controls.
All right. So I already have the screens on the flight control. Flight control. Go for it, Captain.
Okay. Pull up.
Elevator is working. It's good.
Neutral. Pull down.
Excellent. Excellent.
Pull left. Neutral. Pull right.
Ailerons working. This is good news.
And pull rudder left.
Right in there.
Neutral. Pull rudder right. Neutral. Flight controls are free and correct.
Excellent, Captain. So these are good things that we have to do every flight while we're still on the ground. Much better to find out a problem when still here than up in the air. Correct, Captain?
Yes, sir. All right. Can we do one more recall check?
Okay. Recalls. No recalls. TCAS is off. I'm now standing to TCAS to auto.
Taxi lights on, please, sir.
Taxi lights are on.
TCAS test.
Could you please taxi us to the runway? I'm just going to make sure that the stream is okay on my phone. Taxi.
Please do that. So we're clear for taxiing. Now I'm gonna use the tiller once again on my right hand side. Just gonna apply a little bit power. Bear disagree. I have 2992. You have 2991. Okay, this is good. So once we establish a little bit power, we can bring the throttles back to idle. Right now we are going to a ground speed of 10. We don't want to go over 30. That will be a fine for the pilots. We're going to taxi it all the way. Can we change to the outside camera?
Sure.
Going all the way to the end of the runway, to the taxiway. Runway 09 is right over there. Can you guys see that plane over there? So that's where we're going. So basically we're going to see him just rolling to the runway beside us. Meanwhile, we're going to make sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I ask that you direct your attention to the forward part of each cabin, to the TV monitors, for a brief and important message about the safety features and procedures for this aircraft. Please ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened, your seats are in the upright position, and the tray tables in front of you secured ready for takeoff.
Yes, we're gonna go all the way to the end. Right now the ground speed is 19, which is fine.
Going a little fast there.
We're good.
27 knots.
Yes, sir. There.
Like to live life on the edge, eh?
Yes,
You've
sir.
got plenty of money
30
for
is
this
the max.
job.
28. See? Look at that. 28. So our weather is beautiful weather today. Look at the sun, huh?
Beautiful. And this is evening too, eh? Or this morning?
Well, this is evening for us in Canada time when the simulator is actually morning.
Oh.
So we're going to do a daytime. So folks that are watching us are going to say, what's going on? It's 8:30 in the evening in Canada.
We just pretend Miami is in a different
We
time zone.
just pretend, Captain. We can only pretend. Look at the sun. I can even get some sunbathe already and feel
Yeah.
myself warm.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This flight simulator is very realistic.
There you go. We can't change anything. I can have some snow here on the outside if you wish to. I don't think
In
so.
Miami. Come on.
Well, they do get some snow from time to time, very rarely. I got one time -4 in Miami. Wow, really? And I only had my shorts on. I didn't bring anything. I said, what? What's going on here?
Approaching 08, right?
So, which runway are we lining up
Approaching.
here?
The one on the right.
2.
So, are we clear to line up on the runway?
Yes, we are clear. I'm going to do our landing lights on.
That's good.
Looks like ATC has given us a runway change today. We were supposed to take off runway 09.
So we're now taking off from
runway
08. R. Romeo.
On runway 08, right?
Your flight, you have control, Captain.
I have control.
Runway lights on. Just one more thing to do before we take off.
Cabin crew, take your seats for takeoff.
Okay, before takeoff checklist, please.
Parking brake set. Cabin lights as required. Flight instruments are checked. Engine instruments are checked. Takeoff data is checked. Nav equipment is checked. We have takeoff clearance for the tower. Landing lights are on. Strobe lights, please.
Yes, they are on.
Great. Transponder set to TARA, please.
Yes, please. It is. Right on.
And I'm setting my clock to start. Alright.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just align the plane a little bit more straight.
Don't say that. It was perfect. Line up from the plane from
Do you think this
the
is good?
airport. Well, from my perspective, it was.
Okay.
Maybe not from yours, but that's okay.
Alright, well we're just going to go ahead and
Right on.
Parking brake released.
Parking brake is released. Right on. We can see there 55% on N1 on the first levels. Then Captain is
going to hit the toga button.
Toga. Here we go. And we have a release pilot in the back. Gabriel. Are you there, Gabriel? Okay. Just double check. Seatbelt signs on.
V1, rotate. V2,
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Flaps 1.
And flaps 1. So can I change the outside view
Yep.
for the viewers? That's us.
I think we got the wrong airline.
Yeah, well, we're making advertising for Canada, which is a beautiful country anyways. Oh, Canada. Here we go. Oh, that's Miami.
Okay, autopilot is engaged.
Autopilot engaged.
After takeoff checklist. Positive rate of climb, gears up. Auto brakes to off, sir.
Auto brake to off.
Taxi light off, please. All lights are off. Good.
Good.
Climb mode checklist. Autopilot's engaged. Altimeter. We'll be watching the altimeter.
And flaps up.
Flaps up.
Now that we are airborne, we invite you to recline your seat, relax and enjoy our flight. And you may turn on your electronic devices in just about 10 minutes from now.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so while we're climbing here, we're going to be keeping a speed of maximum 250 knots until we reach 10,000 feet. Our airplane is flying on LNAV and VNAV, so everything is set and good.
And this is a short flight. We're not taking too long.
No, we're not. So I'm going to go over to the overhead camera now, and I'm going to show you here our progress. So there's a progress menu on our FMC, and this will tell us what time we'll be reaching each waypoint, how much fuel we'll be having at those waypoints, and so on and so forth. So our destination is Min, and we'll be reaching there at 1:53 Zulu. So that means in 23 minutes we'll be on the ground. That's a very short flight, eh?
It is,
Like
it is.
15 minutes.
Yep.
I almost think maybe 2,300 is too high. But that's okay. That's what the company gave us. Company knows best.
Yes, sir. So we're already at 10,000 feet.
Yep.
We should be
Speed is increasing.
in another 15 nautical miles. It's just about 22 kilometers from now that we should be in our altitude already, our cruise altitude.
Okay, cruise and descent preparation. Engine instruments, motors, fuel quantity checked, lights as required. ATIS information for Bahamas is already obtained. The altimeter, we're going to be setting that a little bit later on. Just got a caution there, barrel set, disagree. 29902, 29902, we're good now.
There you go.
FMC approach speed reference. Okay, so I'm now going to be programming our computer for our approach. Once again, very short flights, so we're still doing this while in climb.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. So that's what we're going to show folks. Usually on real life, very rarely a 777 will actually do this short flight unless it's a really high density traffic for passengers. So otherwise will be small planes doing that. However, we guys want to show you the activity that happens here inside the cockpit or the flight deck as we're taking off and landing. Most of the long flight, the pilots will be following now the orientation on the instrument and just be monitoring all the instrument itself. So the plane will be on autopilot. So the action actually happens more into takeoff and landing.
Okay, so here on our initial reference page, we're looking at our approach references. Okay, so today we're going to be approaching with flaps 30 degrees and our speed will be down to 131 knots. Barometer set to standard, please.
Okay, standard. And we are already at 20,000 feet.
Yep, so when we reach 2,300, we'll be keeping the passenger seatbelt
Ladies
signs
and
on.
gentlemen, the flight attendants will shortly be making their way through the cabin to offer various beverages of your choice. There will also be a selection of goods available for purchase, and we can accept most credit cards, checks and cash. If there's anything we can do to make your trip more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Now I'd like you to sit back, relax and enjoy the flight.
And that'll be the announcement for the... We're just going to double check the APU is off. APU is off. I'll check for the fuel flow center. I'm going to turn the center pumps off as we only have 400 kilos of fuel into the center tank. As I said, it's a short flight. We still have 2 pumps on the right pump on the right fuel and 2 pumps on the left fuel. Using all the fuels, 5.7 tons, 5.8 is good enough for us to get there with safety in case we need to come back. 23,000, and we are now reaching our altitude of 230 as we just cut the zeros. So that means 23,000 feet above the ground. And that will be at about 7,000 kilometers above the ground. Some nice views on the outside for the Caribbean. Should I change the view?
Change it now. I'm going to go outside.
There you go. This is beautiful. Look at that. The beautiful plane. Now I'm going to show you guys going nice and slow to the sideways. And that's Miami behind us. Now I'm going to show you guys something very interesting. 2 handsome pilots right there. Hello. So as you guys can see, beautiful sunrise. Miami is right behind us. We're now flying over the Atlantic Ocean. I'm going to switch it again to the side view and then go back to the inside view. So from this perspective, we can see some islands there, and that's the beginning of Bahamas already. So a chunk of a few joint of a few islands on it.
Okay, so let's do a few items out of the checklist here so we can lighten our workload closer to our landing. Could you please set auto brake to 3?
Auto brakes to 3, please.
Because we have a little bit of a shorter runway today.
All right.
So I just want to be safe. Radio altimeter, we're going to set, I think we're going to set it to, what do you think, 500?
I would say 520.
520.
Our minimum should be 520.
Okay. And on radio, correct?
Yes, on radio. You got it.
Great. Yeah, that's
Right.
pretty much it. I'm
Okay.
going to set our MCP
So,
altitude to 2,000 feet. So that's-
We are about at 40 nautical miles away from our top of descent, which should take us just a few minutes to get there on the speed of 276 nautical miles, which is 1.582 kilometers, almost 1.6. So 276, that will give us a little bit over 400 kilometers an hour. It's not bad. Not going too fast. Not too
Only
fast.
4 times the speed of our highway.
There you go. That's the beauty to be up in the sky, Captain.
Yeah.
You know what we say? Fly fast, taxi slow.
There you
Right?
go.
We don't want to go over 30.
So I'm just going to switch the camera over to the overhead panel again.
All right.
Now I'd like to talk to you guys about our approach. So today's approach will be taking runway 14. So could you please set the heading pole to 140?
So as I turn the heading knob here to 140, it doesn't affect the flight because the autopilot's flying the LNAV and the VNAV. So I don't have control on the heading knob. If I press it here, the plane would follow this direction.
It has to be set to 140, not 01,
140.
because we're running runway 14.
Thank you.
So when we come in for our
You just
landing,
need to
we're coming
switch
in
the zeros, right?
Yeah, yeah.
From the left to the right.
Yeah. Takes a while though.
That's okay. My first flight tonight. There you go.
Okay, so our approach will be via. We won't be having a star for this approach. We're going direct to runway 14 from waypoint Muni, at which we're supposed to be at 2,000 feet above ground at a speed of 200 knots. Now, I think that is a little bit high, and it is 6.8 plus 5. It's about 11 nautical miles away from the runway. So what I would like to be doing ideally is be around 180 knots by the waypoint Muni, just so we have a little bit more of a buffer so we can slow down the plane
Okay.
for landing. Runway 14 is at a heading of 142 degrees. Now it shows us right here on our FMC. For our landing speed, again, it's going to be 130 with the 30 degrees of flaps, but we'll be adding 5 knots for a buffer. And in case of a go-around, we'll be climbing to 2,000 feet and then continuing our climb to 4,000 feet and be holding at ZQA for further instructions from the tower.
Right on.
And that is our approach briefing complete. So we're just coming upon our top of descent now. We'll be there in about 1 or 2 minutes. So I'm going to switch it back to the tripod behind us so you can get a nice overall view of the plane. So as soon as we get below 10,000 feet, our landing lights will be coming on, and we'll make sure the cabin is secured as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we request that you start your electronic devices until we are signal posted through. We also ask that you...
Look at that plane over there.
Full final preparation for my meeting. Make sure you see that straight up. Return tables are sewn and any carry-on luggage you may have brought on board may
Gabriel in the back is our chief flight attendant. Everything good? Still going good over there? Great. Good.
So far, so good, Gabriel? Talk to us. What's going on? So we are just about 15 nautical miles away from our top of descent. It's coming up very shortly. Must be love I'm feeling. Must be love I'm feeling.
So, remember on my birthday when I came here with my friend?
Uh-huh.
He's watching our live stream now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool. Say hi to him. What's his name?
Andre.
Hey, Andre, how are you? Welcome to UFLY once again. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. We're doing great here. What else? Gabriel is taking care of everything in the back for us. And we're just sitting back here, relax, enjoy our flight. As a matter of fact, we're coming to the top of the descent very shortly. We're now just about 6 nautical miles away from our flight to our top of the descent. Oh, there's Bahamas right there. Captain, can you show the outside?
Sure.
Bill, that's the whole set of islands. Oh, beauty. Now, we can start to see as we are on the sunset, we're starting to see some stars in the sky. This
Sunset or sunrise?
Well, that's what I thought too, Captain. I didn't check the time. My fault. But anyways, this is actually the sunset.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Beautiful.
just to make more close to our time.
Alright, top of descent is reached. Our speed is reducing to 260 for the descent.
There you go.
Speed is looking okay.
So we're now slowing it down, as you guys can see over here. That we are starting to slow down to 260.
And here we go, nose is being pitched down now.
Then we're starting to descend to 2,000 feet. This is what we program on the FMC, Flight Management Computer. Now the plane is going to keep us slowing it down. Engines are now running at 32.8% only. That means the throttles come down almost to the idle position. And you guys can see here that the auto throttle is on and it's holding at 261. We're now descending about 2,000 feet per minute, which is very, very comfortable for the passengers for this type of plane. The next waypoint we are going to is called Romeo Alpha Juliet Alpha Yankee, and that is 21.7 nautical miles away from us, which is basically right there, as you guys can see it. So at that particular waypoint we should be at 14,000 feet. Right now we are at 20,000 feet, as you guys can see over there. We're going to 2,000. At this point here we'll be at 14,000, and then we're going to start to slow down a little bit more and just contacting the tower or the center still to make sure they position us between other planes, as we don't have control over the other planes. The tower would have control of other planes coming to Jamaica.
Claudio, could you please put the microphone a little bit closer?
A little closer?
Now I can hear you through the headset.
It is. It is. It is.
Okay, so I just had a question. Now, I've seen on some YouTube videos that you can type in a speed that you want and then put a slash altitude, which will stay the same, 2,000, and it will that speed.
Yes.
So if I do that right now, you think 160 is a good speed to be at uni?
Well, at this moment, it all also depends on the ATC telling us to slow down or not.
Yep.
Okay, we can try that just for checking it out. Go for it. There you go. So it's going to keep at 260 for now as we change that. And from time to time that will change it as well. So let's go to standard. There you go. Now we are in standard.
So now it's taking us directly to 2,000 feet.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
we have to be there from uni. Yeah, got it. Okay, I'm going to apply a little bit of a speed brake here as we are overspeeding a little bit. Well, we're not overspeeding, but we're going over our goal. And the procedure on any aircraft these days is to keep your hand on the speed brake at all times when you have them extended, because the speed brakes can be very, very dangerous tools on the flight deck. You leave your speed brakes extended all the way and your speed drops just low enough, you'll lose all your lift in the wings and you'll go flying down like a rock.
Yes, sir.
So we definitely do not want that today. So we're now descending a little bit more aggressively now, 3,000 feet per minute almost. But that's okay, it is necessary for our descent here.
And this is a beautiful set of islands with many boulders going around between them. Of course, part of the year this is not as easy due to the hurricanes come through here.
So one thing you should know, Claudio, is that our airport is actually going to be pretty much right there on that peninsula. Speed brake extended, yeah, or checked.
We're good in the speed brake, excellent.
Speed brake's been retracted.
Nice. We are now just gonna double check that we have the caution lights on. No recalls, then I can turn the caution lights off. That was my ID tag, came down. Okay. Go in here, just double check that we are on the right amount of fuel. We are running a little bit more than what we should. This is good.
Are you taking down our fuel there?
Yes,
Nice,
sir.
very nice.
Okay, this is good.
Okay,
Now,
we're going to be doing the manual on the speed here, as we are getting very close now, and I just want to make sure we're going to be okay. I'm going to bring it down to 200 knots, and I'm going to do speed brake as well.
good. Okay, excellent. We are below 250. This is good right there, Captain. We have no other planes coming in. So airport is not busy now.
Landing lights on, please, sir.
Landing lights on.
And I'm actually going to bring it up to 220, since we're still a little bit of a way away.
All right, we already have a reference speed. That will be 131 plus 5. It's a full flaps. We already done a radio, 520 set. We're just now going to make sure that
Cabin crew, 20 minutes to landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, At this time, we ask that you store any electronic devices until we are safely parked at the gate, as use of such devices could interfere with the electronic landing equipment on board the aircraft. In final preparation for landing, please ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened, your seatbacks are in the upright position, and your tray tables are stowed. Any hand luggage should be underneath.
Let's show another outside shot of the cabin.
Yeah, go. Oh, yes.
The flight attendants will be passing through the cabin one last time to complete their final compliance check and to collect any remaining cups or glasses.
Here we are. You can see the sunset behind us, right into the clouds. And oh, look at that. This is gorgeous, isn't it, Captain?
It is.
Too bad we don't have a mirror inside from here. So we can only be seeing those scenes from a flight simulator, right? Okay, Captain, Mooney is 17.7 nautical miles away from us. Speed is good. We're going to keep this speed for now. And we are right on the limit of our speed. And we can see here down the plane has stabilized us, landing right on the
glide slope, yeah.
on the glide slope. This is perfect. Excuse me. So now, Captain, what else? Are we gonna do a second flight tonight?
So it's 9 o'clock now. The next flight will be about maybe 45 minutes of flight time.
Plus the preparation now. We should stay here in Jamaica maybe, and do the next flight next time, right? Or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Everything takes time. By the time that we set up the cameras, how many cameras do we have today running?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras.
5 cameras running. So basically, guys, when we're doing a live stream, we have set up a different cameras here for you guys, so you guys can see a different view. Most of the guys who live stream from home, they only have the computer and they only have one camera facing them. So in our case, we actually into a flight deck of a 777. So we have so much to show and in details. That's why we have to set up the camera. So every time before we go to live stream, setting up the cameras, we always have to do a test for the sound of each camera, for the sound of our microphone, for the camera face and everything as well. As you know what, I just forgot to do this. Now I believe that you guys will see me a little dark. I just realized that I forgot to put the camera, the light on my face as we did it before. So as I'm talking to you,
Flaps 1, please.
flaps 1, Captain. So it'll be a little bit more light on my face now, guys. You can see me a little bit better. I hope so. Right there. This is good. Okay. So we're now slowing it down. We are reaching 4,000 feet. We are approaching Mooney, which is 6 nautical miles away from us. And that's when we intercept the ILS for runway 14.
This runway has a very far out ILS, almost 20 nautical miles. Big distance. But actually, you can see the runway lights just there, eh?
Well, yeah.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5. Here we go. We're now reaching 3,000 feet. We are slowing down to 160. Flaps 15.
We don't have localizer yet.
Nope. We would. Out approach armed.
Landing lights are on. All set.
All set before landing checklist.
Not to run through it. I've been occupied with the speed brake right now.
We're good in speed, Captain. Okay, go around altitude. We already set. Runway turn off lights
Localizer has
on.
been captured.
Localizer light. Landing gear down.
Where's, yeah.
Landing gear down in
Wow.
green. Waiting for the green. Autopilot.
Please.
Flaps. Flaps full. And a full landing speed, final landing speed, reference speed will be 131 plus 5, which is 136. And you guys can see right over there, we're reaching on it. Now, gear down and green. Cabin is ready. We have the auto brakes on 3, and it's showing right there. Flaps 30 in green, and speed brake is armed. Speed brake is armed. Okay, before landing checklist complete.
Runway is in sight. It's directly in front of us there. You can actually
Right.
see some of the PAPI lights.
Yep.
So I'm going to move to the outside view, and you can take a quick look. If you want to use your laser there, Claudio. Oh, there's our plane, yeah. Landing gears down, flaps are full.
Look at that. And the plane, the runway is right there in front of us. So I'm just going to do a quick move around the plane. Look at that. Beautiful. It's a beautiful sunset, Captain. Look at the sun behind us.
Oh, yeah.
Right on, right on. So I'm gonna move back to the back view, and then you can see the runway right there. So now I'm gonna switch it back to the inside view, and that we have the runway right in front of us. We are now following the hour approach, which is taking us straight to the glide slope, right on the mark. We're still on 2000, until we see the diamond coming to the center line. Right now, the localizer is right on the mark, and we still have the autopilot flying the plane.
Yep, around 1,000 feet. I'd like
Right now.
to gauge.
Runway lights on, taxi lights on, and we're just going to alert the crew for landing.
Cabin crew, take your seats for landing.
So before landing checklist is complete, we are clear to land. We're just waiting for the minimums, Captain.
Alright, glide slope is captured.
Right on.
You got cell service up here?
Yes, sir, I do. This is the best cell phone company, and it's all from Canada. Oh, Canada. All right. It works anywhere. Guys, basically the pilot will have the phones off as well. It's just that we are in a simulator, and yes, the boss just sent me a message. That's why you guys heard the beep, as the captain was texting to his boss as well just a little while ago.
Texting back to the company. Checking up on our fuel reserves.
You got it, you got it. After all, Saturday's coming, right?
Wow, it's only Tuesday, so
Hey, my
not
friend.
anytime soon.
Yeah. And Valentine is coming on Monday. Are we doing a flight on Valentine's Day, Captain?
Yes, we are.
We are. Where are we going to? Are we going to be holding hands, Captain? No, not that close. Huh?
No, not at all.
Not that close at all.
You know, we'll talk about our trip after our landing here because we are coming in from
Autopilot is connect. You have control.
I have control, flight director off.
All right. We can see the outside, the poppy lights
1, 4.
right there telling us that we are right on the glide slope.
It's a plane on it.
There's a plane. Okay. It just landed. Seems like it. I hope so. Seems like it just landed. Yeah, I am using my...
It's taking off. We're good. Runway in sight.
500.
All right. Runway in sight.
500.
Confirm landing. Good.
We're coming a little bit high.
300. 200. 100.
Auto disengage.
50. 40. 30. 20.
That's vital.
10.
Vital.
Perfect landing, Captain. Look at that. Nice and smooth. This is my Captain. Here we go. I don't even need to wait for the passengers to clap. Haha. Excellent landing, Captain. Oh ho.
70 knots. Reversers retracted. Manual braking.
Very good. Very good. So we're going to take a plane now to the terminal. All the passengers is left turn on Bravo. The left or right turn, Captain? Gabriel?
Flaps are coming up.
Flaps is coming up.
Could you please brief the passengers?
Ladies and gentlemen, it will take the captain a few moments to taxi to the gate, and we ask that you remain
I thought it was to the right, Gabriel.
securely fastened until the seatbelt sign has been turned off and the aircraft comes to a complete stop at the gate. That will be the only indication that it is safe to get up and move about the cabin. We also ask that you keep the aisle clear of any hand luggage. This is the termination of our flight, so we ask that you check the seatback pockets and overhead lockers for any articles you may have brought with you. Extra care should be taken when opening overhead lockers, as some items may have shifted during our flight. On behalf of the captain and his crew, we would like to thank you for flying with us and wish you all a pleasant stay. Thank you.
Those are taxi lights on?
Yes. Look at this. Look at the sky. This is such a beautiful sunset. Look at that. Excellent. Love these. Welcome to the Caribbean. We're going to stay overnight. We're going to do our next flight next time, guys. This is great.
So next Monday we'll be doing a live stream, right?
Next Monday will be a live stream again for Valentine's Day. So anyone watching us will be more than welcome to watch us again. Me and Captain Andrew will not be holding hands. Okay?
Just want to make that clear.
Just make that clear. All right.
APU start, please.
APU start.
One thing for the time next Monday, let's aim to do a start at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. for the stream.
All right.
So that means that we'll be live at 8 p.m. on Monday, Valentine's Day. So if you'd like to join us, or you have friends that would like to join us on a flight, we'd be more than happy to have you as passengers.
And the flight we're doing is still a surprise.
Yes.
And it will be a romantic flight. Not too romantic.
Maybe Paris.
Oui, monsieur. Oui.
Maybe Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, who knows? We might go to Paris. C'est très bien, messieurs and mademoiselles. Paris is the romantic city, right?
That's right.
Oh, here we go. There's a terminal right there.
Use any terminal at your right there.
Right on. Thank you, Gabriel. So we're taking that gate over there, Captain?
Yep.
That perfect. Here we are.
Okay, parking brake set.
Parking brake is set.
Let's check the APU before APU is running, so we can cut off left and right engines.
Engines cut off.
TCAS off.
Ground contact established. TCAS is off. Ground operation as required. We're just waiting for the ground. Passenger signs off.
Off. Lock the doors.
Vehicle lights off. C1 and C2 off.
C1, C2.
Left electric off pump. Hydraulic pump off. Right electric hydraulic pump off. Fuel pumps off.
Pumps off.
Flight director all off and auto thermal disengaged.
Auto disengaged.
Okay. APU is on and we're still waiting for the ground power. Exterior lights as required. Strobe lights off. Beacon nav logo lights off.
Beacon, nav, logo lights off.
All right. Okay. The parking check is complete. And now the doors are being opened and passengers are coming out. We are now, they are almost there. We should be open very shortly.
Gonna switch to the outside view. You guys?
Now all the doors are open. Gonna move the side view. See it on the right. On the left first. Now let's go to the right. There's not much light on it. Look at that. This is excellent.
Hold on, don't yet. Logo lights, we have to keep them on so we can keep our tail illuminated. No,
Right on.
it's not really working.
It is a better view from this perspective.
Yeah.
Beautiful plane. Guys, thank you very much for joining us tonight for the live stream once again. My name is Claudio Teixeira. I'm a founder, CEO, and also a FO here at UFLY Simulator, located in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Our website is www.ufly@uflysimulator.ca. Actually, that was the email, uflysimulator.ca. Mixing up with our email. Guys, we offer some different options here for you to come and fly in our unique and exclusive 777 flight deck. And I'd like to thank Andrew once again to be here with us tonight. He was the captain flying today. And tonight, actually, now welcome to the Caribbean. And next flight will be live streaming again at 8 o'clock p.m. here on Facebook. And that's going to be a Valentine's special flight. Guys, thank you very much once again. Have a good night. I'm going to switch the camera over a little bit to Captain Andrew.
Thank you for joining me, guys, and it was a pleasure to fly with Claudio today. And as he mentioned, we'll see you again on Monday for Valentine's Day flight. The time will be 8 p.m. and we'll be having a mystery route for you that would be very fitting for the theme.
Right on, Captain.
All right.
Excellent.
Thanks for joining us.
Good job, Captain. Good job. Okay, guys, have a good night. Thank you. Bye-bye. Ciao. Arrivederci. Sayonara. Adios. Auf Wiedersehen. So, right on. So, we're still live. I keep talking. This is what I'm good at. Keep talking. Keep talking. Guys, thank you very much once again. We're going to stop the live stream and goodbye.